sponsor. So Bob's going to get started, and we'll go ahead and see. All right?
Okay. All right. Good afternoon, and welcome to the Rockin' for the Troops Ticket Kickoff event. On behalf of Navistar, I'd like to thank you all for coming out today and supporting our men and women in uniform. These brave men and women are halfway around the world, far away from family and friends, who on a daily basis put themselves in harm's way because we as a country have asked them to do that. And in return, it is our duty to do everything we can to support them. And at Navistar, that goes beyond producing and providing them with Max Pro MRAP vehicles. It goes to supporting them and making investments in them in every aspect of their career, from recruitment all the way through retirement. And it was in pursuit of pursuing that goal and achieving that goal that about 5 years ago we came across a very extraordinary organization. And this organization had very similar mission and had a similar sense of duty. Operation Support Our Troops Illinois is made up of a wonderful group of dedicated, compassionate individuals who ensure that our warfighters have everything that they need. And today we are very honored to be sponsoring the Rockin' for the Troops events for the 5th year in a row. Thank you. And without further ado, let me please help me in welcoming the driving force behind Operation Support Our Troops Illinois and its president, Deb Rickard.
Thank you, Bob, and thank you to our friends and our founding sponsor, Navistar Defense, for their commitment to Operation Support Our Troops over the past 5 years and their ongoing dedication to keeping our troops safe. And a special thank you to all the Navistar employees who worked extra hard to put on this great 5 years of Rockin' celebration and Rockin' 2010 kickoff. I would also like to thank our Rockin' partners that are with us today, McCormick Foundation and Cantini Park, our band sponsor, John Schwan and the First Cav Association, True Oldies 94.7, WIND 560 AM, Jewel Food Stores, who will again be selling our tickets this year, Grant and Power Landscaping, Envisia Corporation, Foresters Golden West, and Sears Holding Company. And I would also like to say thank you to Wildfire Harley Davidson for donating the Harley that will be raffled off at the concert, and to Mike Belinsky for again this year handcrafting the official Rockin' for the Troops guitar. If you've attended Rockin' for the Troops previously, you know that there's something really very special, maybe even magical, about the day. It has truly become a unique phenomenon. Often over the years, I've been asked, what is the key to the success of this event? And my answer is always that there's not just one thing, it takes the perfect recipe. Now, you know that if you've ever tried to get a recipe from a relative or a neighbor, that when they have the perfect recipe, they don't normally share it, right? Well, we decided this year, in celebration of 5 years of Rockin', that we're going to go ahead and share the Rockin' recipe with you all here today. So, you ready? Okay. All right. So, prepare in advance the vision of a day of celebration and support, which also raises awareness and funds for military, veterans, and families. And note that unlike your typical recipe, please do not ever set aside. The vision must always be kept in sight. Begin with one heaping dose of dedicated volunteers, and we certainly have that. led by our event coordinator, Al Keener. And I'd also like to recognize that, along with Al, a special group of people, the Naperville VFW and American Legion, who have been with us from conception and are always there to put it all together. So thank you to all of our volunteers and to Al. So add to that one large corporation with a heart and a commitment to serving our military. And we have that with our founding sponsor, Navistar Defense. So thank you, Navistar. So with that, you fold in one major film and TV star who has a band. And we have that. Okay, so now there's an important note here. Please do not attempt this recipe with your average Hollywood star. Sift in a generous helping of dedicated sponsors. And we have all of those in some of our front rows here. So thank you to all of our sponsors. And also I just wanted to tell you a little hint and general rule of thumb about sponsors. The sponsor ingredient, more is always better. Okay. To that, a hearty dose of production, which, oh, by the way, you will modify as needed because we certainly have more production as the years go on. But that's always been under the guidance and direction of KCM Productions and Jim Kelo. So thank you for all the help with production, Jim. So take all of that and pour it into a beautiful park along with 12,000 friends and supporters. Could there be a more beautiful park than Kinsini Park? So we definitely have that. So bake it all for 10 hours, and the preferred temperature is 80 degrees. And another important note here, keep all ingredients dry at all times. Sprinkle heavily with a lot of love, a lot of good fortune, and a lot of blessings. And we definitely have that. And if you doubt it, take a look at the day that we have out here, right? So the event, I truly believe, then the mission is blessed. And so there you have it. There's the Rockin' recipe. I hope you've been taking notes. It sounds simple enough, right? But the real test of a good recipe is the yield. So let me tell you a little bit about the impact of Rockin' for the troops. The original goal of the event was to raise funds to ship care packages to troops serving in harm's way. And because of Rockin', we have shipped over 725,000 pounds of comfort items to troops serving in Iraq and Afghanistan. And I would encourage you to visit our website and read some of the beautiful letters that are there from the troops who've received those. In 2009, we introduced the Illinois Has Not Forgotten campaign, which has been a wonderful tool to remind the citizens of our state that we are still a country at war on two fronts. Under this concept, we continue to expand the programs of support for families of deployed and fallen troops. This fall, we will bring the first two-day healing seminar for the families of the fallen to Illinois, something that we plan to do at least yearly. In addition, we have committed to sponsoring alternative treatment methods for the devastating effects of post-traumatic stress syndrome. Beyond the programs of Operation Support Our Troops, proceeds from Rockin' have benefited more than 10 other military veteran and veteran support organizations, including the Wounded Warrior Project, Operation Iraqi Children, and the USO, and most notably has been the ability to provide ongoing funding over $400,000 to Hines VA Hospital in Maywood and the Fisher House at Hines, which is officially opening at the end of this month.